A leader who's dealing with a negative team member, this negative team member is impacting the entire team, all the other team members, and he's tried whatever he could and he doesn't know what to do, how to handle this one negative team member. If that's something that you are also struggling with as a leader, then watch this video right until the end. Hi, I'm Aastha Tatia, daughter of two rock-solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA, corporate executive turned anchor person, now an author and a happiness coach, helping leaders build deep connections and meaningful relationships in their organizations. If you're able to relate with this video, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you've not done it already. So, when there is this negative team member, a situation like this, and by the way, this was one leader who was sharing how he's dealing with all of this, where he's the head, one team member who's negatively impacting the entire team, right? So, I think more than what you must do, what's the context that matters, that makes a difference, because the context is going to govern you. Now, how will that translate into actions? I'm just going to share that. So if as a leader, your context is that, I want every team member of mine to be empowered. Okay. And as a leader, I'm there for them. Right now, this context would do two things. One, for the member who's negative, who's disempowering everybody else, as a leader, you would approach him from a place of empathy to begin with. You may have a conversation with him. Maybe he doesn't have the access. There's something that he's dealing with. He needs some support. You'll do that, right? But at the same time, there'll be another action, which is to safeguard my team, everybody, to safeguard them from any negative vibe, negative energy, not letting them get impacted. So because the context is that I want to see all of them empowered, working joyously, that context is going to give you these two actions, for example, right? And within this, because this is the context, when you have, let's say, that conversation with this negative team member, and you realize that after having 1, 2, 3, several conversations also, there's nothing much that has changed, and this person, you realize, has had a track record of being like this, he's negative, he's dealing with whatever, then you will not hesitate in taking an action, maybe asking him to move on. You may have to do that, but then it's going to be a calculated, a well thought action, which is coming from your context. So you've done whatever you could, but now if you feel that there's nothing changing and this has a certain impact, you don't want to really, let your other team members feel disempowered and get a message that they have to deal with whatever they're getting. You don't want that. You don't want to spoil the energy, and that is also a responsibility that you want to take as a leader with the context. So I'm talking everything within the context that I gave an example of, right? So your context will give you your actions, right? So I think what I want to really focus on, because this is one question that comes so often from so many people: such and such situation, what should I do? Right? One team member acting funny, how do I handle? Right? Or some kind of a challenge, a toxic person has entered my team, and now I don't know how to manage him, and therefore the whole environment has kind of gone slightly toxic. So yes, that does require for you to make certain decisions, to take a stand for your team, and that's where you need to see that what's the context. So for sure you would want to do away with the negative energy, but prior to that you may want to understand what's going on with this person. Is there something that's being missed out? Yeah, what more can you provide within the boundaries of the the workspace and the role and whatever professional setup that there is? But that's where context plays a very, very important role, right? So just give it a thought, reflect upon what is your context, and within this context, I've taken this action, and now what is it that I need to do? Yeah. Most of the times we are confused because we don't have an inspiring, a powerful context which will govern us, right? It's a survival context that we are being governed from. No, let me not say this. What will he feel about me? What if I say this, then this will happen? Will this be a right decision? We are more focused on the action part of it. Should I do this? Should I not do this? ये करना सही होगा, नहीं होगा, ये बैकफायर तो नहीं कर जाएगा, लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे, क्या मैं अच्छा लीडर हूँ, how can I be just fair? So you'll keep getting messed up, you'll keep thinking and overthinking and overanalyzing with everybody being at the receiving end. So important is you have a context, you create a context if it's missing, and then let that context govern you, and you're going to have your how appear for you. You'll know what exactly you need to do within that context. Yeah. Now, if this was meaningful for you, if this was something you could reflect on, gave you some food for thought, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.